For the past 2 years, I've been doing the Entrepreneur series where I look at some online scams. Something that's happened to myself recently and is on the rise currently is online scammers impersonating people in the public eye that are celebrities or influencers by creating fake profiles on multiple social media sites and then contacting their followers and subscribers, offering them investment opportunities. It's through this that I met Frankie Lee, and he wanted to tell you what you can do to stop that happening. So Frankie, me and you have spoke before when I've had some issues with getting some of my content removed from online, and then also I've had people impersonate me online and it's caused a massive hassle for me. So what is it that you do and why should people take it seriously?
Well, what I do in essence is protect brands online. We remove online content for like celebrities, brands, influencers, stop them being impersonated on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, social media channels. It's not just people that get impersonated as well. It's a lot of the time it's brands, like brands, especially brands in the sporting industry or fashion industry. They'll get impersonated. People contact them doing fake giveaways and other stuff like that, and basically just leaves their customers with a really bad experience of their brand and how they operate, all predicated on something that they can control if they did have a content removal process in place.
So what are some of the things that you see that brands get wrong or don't take seriously when it does come to their online reputation and sort of the content removal process?
I suppose in essence, a lot of brands don't even have a content removal policy in place. They've not, until it happens, they don't even think about it. So that's a problem. And then when a piece of content does come out there, whether someone's taken their IP or whether someone's impersonating them on social or whether there's a bad Google result, that they just turn to the marketing manager, and the marketing manager just says, "Well, I have no idea how to remove it," and then they're in the dire straits from there, really. So they don't really have anything in place before it happens. So once the horse has bolted, they've got all these problems, and they've not got any digital strategy on how they can actually go out there and remove the content.
Prevention's essentially better than cure in this case.
If it can be prevented, ideally, but in essence, as your brand grows online, say you're a Gymshark or a sporting brand like that, and you're growing massively online, there are going to be Shopify stores that rip off your brand and sell your product. There are going to be people that impersonate your influencers. There are going to be people that impersonate your brand. There are going to be people that contact your customers pretending to be you through fake social media pages. It's just a necessary evil of growing a brand that's obviously successful online, but you have to have a policy in place to be able to cover yourself and obviously remove the content in situ as it happens.
Is owning the first page of Google and filling it with your content important?
Yes, so not only is owning it with your getting featured on the right online articles, and in things like Forbes and Business Insider and all these kind of publications that land on the first page and fill those results up, so they can stop negative content by landing there straight away for a start. Then you've got things like the Google Knowledge Panel. You want to own that, so your business owns that. You want to have your Wikipedia page set up and all this kind of stuff that protects that online footprint that way as well. But yeah, in relation to the brands, other brands will bid on your keywords. So if you're a Gymshark, you'll have all the other sporting goods brand bid on your keywords to put their brand above yours. So you've really got to watch that as well. So you can protect yourself by having a few different domains. You can protect yourself by running a few different ads that go to different domains that relate to what you do. But mainly the key thing really here is to have the right PR in place, the right online publications publishing what you do, so that it really fills up that front page of Google, so that if you do get a bad bit of content, it doesn't land on page one straight away, and then you have time, if it's on page 2 or 3, to be able to deal with it. Whereas if it lands there straight away, you've now got a big problem. You're losing sales, you're losing revenue, and you've got to try, and the horse has already bolted, and you've got to try and get around it.
I can see some people watching this and thinking, I can see how it could be exploited by bad guys by doing this. So they must spend a lot of money on this, because a lot of the good guys wouldn't even necessarily know that this is a thing or this can be done.
When they're in an industry like that, where they're selling courses or they're selling online products or they're selling things like that, and that there is likely there's going to be a negative review potentially that goes out about them. If their course isn't very good or their product isn't very good, then I would ascertain that they're probably putting out content that says their name review, their name scam, but a positive bit of content on that on YouTube, and ranking those videos there so that those videos show up before anyone else's can. So I've noticed that with a lot of entrepreneurs out there that are probably not the best type of entrepreneurs putting out the best kind of content. They kind of protect their brand that way.
So if I'm a good brand out there now and I'm worried about competitors wanting to sort of tarnish me and use those sort of negative tactics to put out misleading or false information about the things that we're doing, what should I be doing to protect myself from this happening?
So the first thing I would encourage everyone to do is trademark your brand name for a start. So you can actually, if you do have a problem, you've got the legal right to obviously remove the name off that platform. So give yourself the opportunity to do that. Then obviously go and register these names on all these platforms so that other people can't go and impersonate you in your exact name. Now, obviously with you, Mike, they've impersonated you, but they're using a variation of your name and probably using your profile photo. They do this on YouTube where they write, call this number to join our Forex trading school or something like that. And they're obviously doing it on Instagram for you and Bitcoin. This is something that happens all the time. And we look after a lot of fitness and fashion models on Instagram and fitness brands especially to look after this kind of content, so that it's removed and it's effectively removed fast. We can remove it within 6 to 24 hours, whereas if you report it to Instagram, you could be waiting 7 to 14 days and still not get any luck. The second thing I'd say is make sure you've got enough PR and other stuff within the Google searches so that you're covered. So you've got articles going out, you've got other relevant PR, you get mentioned in other news articles. It's just feels like that. Front page of Google, nice. Get the Wikipedia page set up, get a Google Knowledge panel, but then also go and own every social media. Go and own your name and go and own your intellectual property on every social media. Make sure you're protecting your intellectual property across the internet as well. So don't let people just steal your content and go and put it in some other place or use it and make another social account look legitimate so they can impersonate your brand. It's really important.
I've had that on Instagram. I've had someone set up a fake Mike Winnett profile on Instagram and then start messaging my followers about Bitcoin investment opportunities, because especially based on what I do, it now looks like I was endorsing that this Bitcoin thing. So I've had that happen before. I've got someone currently on YouTube in the comments that set up a Mike Winnett profile. It's only got 4 subscribers. And they go through and speak to every comment on my video saying, hey, this is another one, Bitcoin investor that I recommend. Tell him that you're friends with Mike Winnett and I've sent you and he'll give you a good deal. I get it all the time. But I've never ever thought about the Wikipedia page or TikTok or anything like that because I'm not on those sites. I don't even give it a second thought.
But just because you're not on it doesn't mean that you don't want to protect your name.
Yeah, no, now you've said that, it's made me think, shit, really, as soon as a new social media platform comes about, even if you're not going to use it, at least get your name. So if I've never given this a second thought in my life, or I've recently discovered that someone is impersonating me online, where can I find out more about you and how you can help?
Well, we're simply contentremoval.com. So we've been around 5 or 6 years now. It's contentremoval.com, nice and easy. You can find as much information as you like there. And it's got all the contact numbers, whether you're in the UK, Australia, America, it's got all the contact numbers on there. Or you can just email us, team@contentremoval.com, and we'll obviously take care of it from there.
So thanks to Frankie from contentremoval.com. If you've got an issue with people impersonating you online, or you want to protect your brand from this happening in the future, don't forget to get in touch with him and join us next time for some more Habitz Podcast.